Pumpkin Man.
Ooh, guys, there's something scary in the air tonight. And that's the 601 submissions. And this is after I had mods. I had my girlfriend. I had Chunky 8-Bit go through these. This is only 2/3 of the responses. There was almost 1,000 submissions. This is the cut down version, ladies and gentlemen, that we will be reading tonight for this very special Halloween stream that's not even on Halloween. But the video is going to come out on Halloween, and that's the whole point of this. That's what this is all about. Is it too late to submit? Yeah, submissions closed 2 days ago. We're kind of already doing the stream. I'm gonna be real. You might have missed the deadline. Don't go through. Stop calling them. If they're bad, I just won't read them. It's fine. We have 601 responses. The first one is by Poopy Dave, so really excited for that one. Really starting off on a real winner. If I donate, will you let me submit? No. It's been closed. You don't get to bribe me. Yo, is the mic too loud, by the way? I set up my nice microphone for this stream, by the way. Which is my it's literally a Blue Yeti, but whatever. Whatever. Ooh, oh, the lighting is scary. They're scary. What if Justin Bieber's face appears in that doorway? Oh my gosh, that would be scary. I'm gonna turn down the mic a bit. What's scary is how much I'm peaking my microphone. Yeah, we got some scary, some real spooky stories. I got a candle right here off camera. I lit it for the stream. I don't know why I did that because you can't see it. So that's great. And it's not even a scary candle. It's a sandalwood, white cedar, and amber. My mom bought this candle. For herself. So, you know, woo, happy Halloween or whatever.
Oh boy,
I also have a Thanksgiving candle from my girlfriend from Ace Hardware that I don't want to light because I don't want it to smell like turkey in the room while I'm trying to read ghost stories.
Wow, happy 19 months. Wow, happy Halloween. Wow.
Hydrain! Okay, guys, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. I'm so scared of these stories that we're about to read, guys. I know that you guys would only send the best and the scariest stories for this stream that I put so much stock into. You guys wouldn't let me down. I didn't get a haircut. It's called I washed my hair. Like an hour ago. For you guys.
Get too scary. I am going to pee.
Why do you look better with the lights off? Oh, that is exceptionally spooky, ladies and gentlemen. This guy knew what he was talking about. I'm scared. I'm literally scared right now, guys.
19 months is cool. Smile.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna wait a minute. Let everyone get in here, right? Because we're starting off on a real tome. This one's like
11 months back.
2 paragraphs long, and I don't know if I even want to read this one because upon a glance, I just picked out a key word that make me not want to read it. But you know, we'll do it anyway. You guys submitted it. This is what the mods let through, so this is their fault. It's getting darker. It's because I switched tabs. The only thing lighting... Oh, I'm orange! The only thing lighting me right now is my computer monitor, so... Is media share enabled for donos? No! This isn't a media... We're reading scary stories. We are... That is the whole point of this stream. I've been hyping this up for like a week. But before we get into that, let me give a shout out to our sponsor, Audible. Just kidding, I don't have any sponsors. Okay. Did we read this? Did we read this first story, guys? I don't know. 10 gifted, by the way. Yo, thanks for the 10 gifted. It didn't show up on the thing. No, it totally did. Thank you, Beanboy85, for the 10 gifted subs. It's a very scary number, 10. Perfect for this scary event that we have going. All right. Story number 1 of 601. All right. Hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are bundled up. Hope you're under your sheets, or else the boogeyman's going to come out and grab your feet, and it'll be really weird. Yeah, so this is story number 1 by Poopy Dave. Woo! All right. Here we go. Here's the story by Poopy Dave. Today, when I walked into my economics class, I saw something I dread every time I close my eyes. Someone had brought their new gaming laptop to class. The forklift he used to bring it in was still running idle in the back. I started sweating, and I sat down and gazed over at the 700-pound beast with his laptop. Yeah, give me a minute. Give me a second. OMG, it's me! I was the monster all along. Dude, this is some Monsters Are Due on Maple Street type beat. Okay, let me give it. I'm like a sentence into the story. Forklift. Alright. Dude, I asked for scary stories. He had already reinforced his desk with steel support beams, and was in the process of finding an outlet for a power cable thicker than Amy Schumer's thigh. I start shaking. I keep telling myself I'm going to be all right, and there's nothing to worry about. Somehow he finds an outlet. Tears are running down my cheek as I send my last text to my family saying I love them. The teacher starts to lecture.
After every word, you are the worst.
Dude, shut up! I'm trying to read this. I'm turning off donation. I'm turning off text-to-speech. Now the room's even scarier. And it's all your fault. Hold on, guys. Sorry, pause the story because this guy decided to chime in. Give me a second, dude. You actually ruined my stream. That guy ruined my stream. Ah! Alright, let's see here. Text-to-speech. Turn off text-to-speech. Save. Easy. Okay, back to the story. Where was I? Where's the family part? The teacher starts the lecture, and the student turns on his laptop. The color lights on his RGB backlit keyboard flare to life like a nuclear flash, and a deep humming fills my ears and shakes my very soul. The entire city power grid goes dark. The classroom begins to shake as the massive fans begin to spin. In mere seconds, my world has gone from vibrant life to a dark, earth-shattering void, where my body is getting torn apart by the 150-mile-per-hour gale force winds and 500 decibel groan of the cooling fan. As my body finally surrenders, I weep as my school and city go under. I hate gaming laptops. What a terrifying tale that was. We're off to a good start, man. That was the first story. That was the first actual submission for my scary story stream, and you sent a green text. So thanks a lot for that. Gaming laptops are scary though. They get really hot. Type 1 in chat if you peed. Oh Lord. Okay, so this next story, story number 2, is by one Ballfart Nation. And his story goes like this. I love to play in the snow, but so did the meatworm. I love this ketchup, I said to the hot dog vendor. He smiled and said, that's not ketchup. I learned Morse code yesterday. These are like several stories, and they're all terrible. I learned Morse code yesterday. Bad idea. All the birds run away at my window. I hate tomatoes with apostrophe S, I thought to myself, as the bus pulled up to the tomato factory. Yeah, no, that's great, man. That's some real scary stories you just told me. Man, I bet it took you a long time to copy those from Reddit, dude. I bet you sorted by top of all time and everything. That was great. Holy crap. All right. So this one's by Snail, and it's a long one. This is a train wreck. Dude, I asked you guys to send me horror stories. What did you think was going to happen? All right, this is why I don't wash my hands anymore. A creepypasta. That's scary. It was the evening of my 23rd birthday. I had just gotten home from a party at the local Chili's that was thrown in my honor. I checked my phone. Dude! You're interrupting me! Okay, no more subtext to speech, and then we gotta start over. Good job. Dude, you suck. Give me a second. Subscriber alert. Text to speech settings. Enable text to speech off. Okay. Birthday, Chili's, whatever. I checked my phone to see if I had any text messages and saw one from my best friend, Lorenz. Dude, that party was fun. Happy birthday, man. I smiled knowing that he is my friend. Big if true. I was very tired, so I took off my clothes and got in the shower. While I was in the shower, my phone started to ring. So I got out off the shower. I didn't want to put clothes on since I was home alone and not done showering yet. So I answered the phone. All I heard was breathing, so I hung up the phone. I lost my place. I went back to the shower to finish my shower. And I finished showering after washing. You said shower like 3 times in a row. After washing my hair with my lucky pillowcase. What is happening to the dude? This guy's like losing his mind as he's writing this. I put on my home clothes. I'm British. And decided to lay on the couch. I heard my iPhone ring again, so I went to pick it up. After I picked it up, I heard a faint, high-pitched laugh on the other end. That's how it's written. That's literally how it's written. I thought this was creepy, so I called the cops and said the calls were coming from inside my house. Why would you know that? Rattled by this, I took another shower. After this shower, the Chili's hit me hard. I had a Borgir with extra hot dog water. It's a British thing. I went to go use the bathroom number 2. And when I sat down, all my lights turned off. Now I was really scared. As I was sitting down, I could smell some kind of weird burger being cooked in my kitchen. I got up after using the bathroom, number 2, and went to wash my hands. I do this despite being British. As I'm washing my hands, really real blood comes out of my drain, and this weird yellow substance does too. At first I thought it's urine. At first I think it's urine, but as I inspect closer, it's some foreign liquid. Suddenly, all the water and blood gets absorbed into the sink as I'm hearing the same high-pitched laugh. I walk into my kitchen, ready to call the cops when I see it. The creature in my house. He was square and yellow with dozens of holes in his body. Dude, he has 2 grotesque front teeth and a long nose. He was wearing a bloody work outfit and tie, along with some weird employee's hat that had an anchor on it. He looks into my soul, and in his high-pitched, squeaky voice, he loudly proclaims, "I'm ready to kill." I run away. Dude, how did the text-to-speech work? Whatever, dude, stop. I run away into the bathroom to take a shower. To try and hide from the spongy creature. After my shower, I notice the house is quiet, so I wash my hands. Then, as I reach for the faucet, weird spongy arms reach out and pull my hands under the faucet, chopping them off. I scream in pain as the weird spongy substance has caused me to lose both of my hands. I ran away from the house and escaped the spongy creature. Luckily, the doctors were able to sew new hands onto me. So it's like nothing changed. However, despite what the doctors say, I will never wash my hands again. Whenever I think about showering or washing my hands, I hear his laugh and walk away. That was terrifying. Oh my gosh, guys. Okay, if I'd have to give that a ranking on the scary scale from 1 to 10, that's got to be like an 11. That was. I felt like I was reading that and I'm like, that's got to be me. Like if I was British, you know? That's so gross, dude. He washed his hands. Okay, this one's by James. And it sucks. Because I already read the last line. So we're going to read this one as fast as we can just to get through it. A poem by James. It rises. From the ground it comes. A smile with girth. Yet grim with repetition. Dude, he's just stringing random words together. Within the screen it lies. Count the pixels in the graveyard. Mingled underneath the Pop-Tart, cats. And many more long unremembered. Its revival due to irony. Trollolololo. Man, what a great freaking copy pasta, dude. I give that a certified downvote because that was terrible. Okay, here's one by Flim Jim. This one's really going to scare your socks off, so I hope you guys are ready. I woke up and checked my phone. I went to Reddit. All my karma was gone. That's what the emoji is. So that was a really scary one, dude. I hope that never happens to me. That's actually terrifying, man. I hope that's not real. I hope that's not based on a true story or else I might cry. And also my monitor is black now. So, hope you liked looking at things. Oh! My Reddit karma! Oh my god, I don't want to read this, but I don't want to read Squealy McBallfart, dude. There's like, we've had 2 of those. We're 5 in and we've had 2 of those already. It was a quiet summer night. Joshua had just streaming for the day, and by God he was tired. He placed both his hands on the side of his head as he lifted his headphones and placed them on his desk. Glad I'm done with that, he whispered to himself. He stood up, his million-year-old back cracking like a set of maracas as he did. He then made his way to the closet to grab his trusty nightlight before heading to bed, but something was wrong. As soon as he stepped foot in it, he got sucked into the floor. He got sucked into some sort of vacuum chamber. He was thrown around like a ragdoll and fell face first onto the pavement. He got up woozily, holding his bruised head as he tried to grasp his surroundings. What in the diddly darn heck? Josh yelled. His clothes were replaced with some kind of mystical variant, blue and purple shades in color, slightly glowing. Oh no, 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 no! he shouted once more when he realized that would happen. His jittery mind spiraling out of control. I'm in Deltarune. Oh my god. Ooh. That's actually a nightmare, dude. That one's gonna come to me in my dreams tonight. That's for sure, dude. That's actually terrifying. Oh my good lord. This is a script. I don't even want to read this one. This is a long one. This is an actual horror story. I'm gonna skip it. Sorry, dude. I ain't reading all that. Okay, here we go, dude. Man, we really just went straight into a real winner. This one's by KD. Alright. 2-sentence horror story. I grabbed my glass of milk and took a sip. That's when I realized...
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Kylux.
I grabbed my glass of milk and took a sip. That's when I realized it was an evil milk. That's scary, man. That's scary. I'm going to turn off...
An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Kylux.
Thank you so much for the gifted sub. I got to turn off the notification. I'm just turning it off. I'm just turning the volume off. That's what we're doing. No more volume. Alright. Turn off text-to-speech. Alright, we're good. We should be good. We should be good. Okay, that was a scary one, dude. Dude, if I drank milk, I'd be scared by that. But I don't drink milk, so we're fine. Ooh, this is a really scary song for a really scary story. This one's by Win. After this one, I'm going to get a scary drink of water, not milk. Because then it has a chance of being an evil milk. Okay, so when I was like 5 or 6, I was heading to my room to play with my Hannah Montana Barbie or something. It was in the middle of the day, but the hallway to my room was still dark. No windows, you know. So as I started to walk towards the hallway, I saw a large black figure at the end of the hall. I indicate what it was, but I just remember being completely chill with it for some reason. I remember seeing it, waving at it, smiling, and then continuing to walk down the hall. It disappeared as I kept walking, which was kind of weird. I actually told my aunt about it, and she said something like, "Oh yeah, the house fell off, it's definitely haunted." Personally, I don't fully believe in ghosts. I just kind of hope they're real. Man, that was a terrifying... Ooh. Ooh. Man. Chills down my spine. I hope it's real too, dude. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna get a bottle of water. I'm gonna get a bottle of water. And we will be right back. Listen to some scary music. I'm back. I got some Halloween decor. Check it out. There's a pumpkin on that couch now. Ooh. That's pretty scary. That's pretty spooky. It's got a scary, very terrifying bottle of water. Ladies and gentlemen. An evil, absolutely despicable bottle of water. Hope it doesn't strangle me to death as I drink it. Oh. Do you have the killers behind me? No. I put them there. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, this one's just loss. I can't even. I can't read it because it's loss. It's I capital L. Yeah, man, really good. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. All right, this one's by Alex Trolden. It's his very real name. All right. October 27th, 1982, 8 p.m. I remember that date like it was yesterday. I was walking home from work when I noticed a strange figure following me from behind. At first, I paid no mind to it following me. I thought that he probably lived nearby anyway. But when I felt his breath behind my back, I knew something bad was about to go down. I started running as quickly as I could, but even then I couldn't seem to escape his reach. I decided to confront him, and after seeing it was no use running and caught a glimpse of his face. Oh, scared inside my memory. Okay. I couldn't believe those ghoulish, bloodthirsty eyes, those wrinkles in his face, this stickman-looking figure. When I asked him, "Why were you following me?" he looked at me for a minute and said, "I'm feeling a tad bit foolish tonight." Dude, come on! Those words shivered me to my bones. I was powerless. How could I escape? I kept wondering. Then suddenly I remember I had a banana peel. I decided to run again, and I threw the peel on the floor, making the figure trip like a cartoon character. I was able to escape it by pure luck, and to this day, it's still out there. Finn. By the way, the figure is Trollface. If you see it run it'll probably catch up to you. Man, great story, man. Great story. Real good stuff. This one's by Zod. That's this one. All right. I felt the creaking of the floorboards beneath me as I woke in an unfamiliar place. At a remote location I could not identify. Laid down on my back. The flooring was wooden and cold to the touch. I rose to my feet and checked my surroundings, to which I could only see into the dark. As if I were in some sort of warehouse, but it was empty. I'm having like the hardest time reading this one for some reason. There was nothing except wooden planks as far as the eye could see. With each step I took away from my starting point, leading me further into the dark and the uncertainty that it held. As I kept walking, the once vast room slowly shrinks until it's merely a hallway. I can see doors, but none of them have handles. As I arrived to the end of the hallway, after what felt like an eternity, I gazed at what appeared to be my resolve. A regular looking door. I reached for the handle, but no dice. It was locked. As I turn around and walk away to hopefully find another exit to whatever building I was in, I heard a sound of the door being unlocked. I turn around from pure instinct and feel as the blood inside my veins becomes ice cold. I stare in complete awe and horror at what I'm witnessing as the door loudly creaks open. I wish to run away, but my limbs will not cooperate. I can only observe as a horrifying scene unfolds in front of me. From the door, a dim light shined onto what I can only describe as a horrific. Tommy Wiseau, butt naked, wearing makeup resembling Trollface. Dude, these are different people sending. How many? This has been like half the stories have been stupid Trollface stories, dude. Come on, come on! Don't make me read the entire thing, and it like that. That's not fair. Let me take a drink of this evil water now because I'm so mad. Okay, here's the next one by Nian. So this one's probably gonna suck. I wouldn't be surprised if Trollface is in it. But we're going to see. Dirt roads are always the most troublesome at night. As I drove down the familiar path, though, I felt nothing but the comfort of almost being home after a night spent working. Winding through the woods around my family home, I counted 2 deer prancing in the moonlight. As I was making my way to my warm bed, I yawned a deep guttural sound that only many hours of work could cause a human to make. My eyelids closed for no more than a half second, but that's all I need to miss the bear that lumbered out of the tree line until it was too late. 1,200 pounds of bear versus my pure Chevy Spark. Oh no, your car. It's just this car got totaled by a bear. That's a mid horror story, dude. That's mid. I don't care about your stupid Chevy. Oh, my Chevy Spark. I've never even heard of that in my whole life, dude. Honestly, that bear did you a favor. He saved your life, man. I hear an ungodly cracking noise as the bear stood up, glanced at me, and chuckled. Better luck next time, bud, the bear said. I can't read. This one's actually lowered my IQ. I'm incapable of reading now. Dude, as soon as Chevy Spark showed up in this story, my IQ dropped to room temperature. I'm not even kidding. I don't know what happened. Oh, this one's gonna suck. Okay, this one's gonna suck. This one's gonna be really bad. I don't even know if I'm gonna read it. It's by Mr. D, and it starts with, one night Josh had to poo-poo because he ate too much turkey breast. I'm gonna skip that one. This one's by Colin B. Don't skip. I'm not gonna read it. It's so terrible. He swiftly glided towards his bathroom, which is 10 feet tall, and sat down on the toilet. After taking the number 2, he ran out and started eating more turkey breast. However, one critical piece was missing from the whole process. He forgot to wash his hands. Feeling very greasy, Josh ran back to the 10-foot bathroom, but there was something suspicious about it. He leered over the sink, trying to find the soft soap. But alas, the hour was nigh, and it was too late for washing hands. Josh already spreading his germs everywhere around the house. Then suddenly, a glowing, eerie object appeared right before his eyes. It was Fiji Bounce. I don't even know what that is. I'm just going to skip this. This one's terrible. That was bad. That was a bad story. Oh, it's the emote. It's the emote. Oh, whatever. Oh, water. Okay. Colin. This one's from Colin. Shout out to Colin. One time I had an abnormal reaction to my antidepressants in the wood where I couldn't walk and everything was spinning and I was tweaking, man. Like, gee willikers, I was freaked out. The stars were pretty, though. Yeah, that's a good one, man. That's a scary story, man. That's what happens. Dream made a song about this for a reason, dude. Should have thrown them away. Should have thrown away your normal pills. I don't condone throwing away your medication, though. Dream does, though. And that's all that matters. Okay, this one's by FN_B4. One day, a streamer named Jawsh started streaming like usual. He decided to do Reddit content for a bit. He clicked on Reddit search bar, the forbidden words, live stream, fail. The fool scrolled and talked about posts while streaming it to his Twitch chat, and then decided he didn't care anymore. He hated every post there, and he did something awful. He looked at a streamer who lost her mom in Reddit and said, I didn't care. I didn't read it. That's why I said I don't care. I didn't read it. It was just a tweet, and whatever. That's not even a horror story. That's just real. That happened. That actually happened. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. This is a scary song. This one's really long. This is a really long one. This is a really long one. This is so long. I think it's Star Trek which really makes me want to skip it already. It's a really long one, and it's Star Trek. And I really don't want to read that, because it will put me to sleep. Okay, this one's longer, and it's really good. So this one's by Waylon. It starts with this. AITA. I, 37 male, am the owner of a semi-popular pizza chain restaurant, not unlike Chuck E. Cheese. I am the engineer behind the robot mascots, and my late daughter, we'll call her Elizabeth, had an obsession with them. I warned her that of the danger of said robots, yet she continued to visit them behind my back. She was particularly interested in the female red-hair clown robot I labeled Circus Baby. I knew of the dangers of these machines and tried to, with all my might, to protect her from them. My daughter was sneaky, I tell you. One day she was caught within the mechanisms of my machine and was killed. I was flabbergasted, floored, absolutely bamboozled. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. You get the gist. It's Five Nights at Freddy's. NTA, by the way. Okay, this is by Dewey. I'm like, dude! First line! Okay, I'm getting really sick of this. We're 19 in, and guess what it's called? Night of the Living Troll. It was cold Halloween night in Providence, Rhode Island. The streets were quiet, all the house lights were dimmed, and not a single car was in the street. This silence would be rudely interrupted by the booming thunder, louder than the explosions of Hiroshima and Nagasaki combined, flooded the streets of Providence. Dude, I don't want to read this. It's just a troll face. It's just a troll face. It's just troll face. It's just troll face. Okay. This one's by a name I can't even pronounce. I present to you a 2-sentence horror story. I think I'll use olive oil instead of butter, the clueless man said as his body was launched straight through the ceiling into the pouring rain. Oh my God. Guys, please, I am begging. Okay, from this point forward, if there's anyone with troll face in it, I'm skipping it. Instantly skipping. Okay? Hold on. This is an actual horror story. This one's by Tammy. Alright? This one's titled Always There. The nightmares were prevalent again. The reason I'm not so sure about whatever it was, really heightened my paranoia as I started going back to old habits. Checking behind the shower curtain, peeking around corners before walking, and constantly checking. I've locked every door and window, are some examples I can think of right now. One night it was bad, horrible, the worst it's ever been. He got so close, just inches from my face. I tried so hard to push away, but I was frozen completely. That ugly smile. It just kept curling and curling. Widening. Unbelievably. I was going to be sick everywhere. I feel that. It's not going to be troll face. I don't think it's troll face. But whatever. I'm sick everywhere. Then the worst part, he laid his hand on my face, sweaty and sticky. Ew. I needed to scream, yell, anything, but my mouth was shut tight. Nothing could rip apart my lips. The man got closer and closer until I opened my eyes. Darkness again. I was so unsure. I was in reality until I took in the sense of my damp skin. A relief. My habits got worse after that experience. What affected me the most was probably having to go to work every day like I was slowly being drained of life by him. I had to smile, get on with work. Dude, I don't care, man. You got a nightmare. Grow up. Grow up. You had a nightmare, dude. It was just a nightmare. You spent too much time online trolling, and that's what you get. You know, you gotta take a break every once in a while. Oh, okay. Here goes. This is a classic. Everyone knows this one. This one's a classic. Man and girl go to drive under moonlight. They stop at side of road. He turns to girl and says, "Baby, I love you very much." "What is it, honey?" "Our car is broken down. I think the engine is broken. I'll walk to get some more fuel." "Okay, I'll stay here and look after our stereo. There have been news reports of stereos being stolen." "Good idea. Keep the doors locked no matter what. I love you, sweaty." So the guy left to get full for the car. After 2 hours, the girl say, "Where is my baby? He was supposed to be back by now." Then the girl hear a scratching and a voice say, "Let me in." The girl doesn't do it. And then after a while, she goes to sleep. The next morning, she wakes up and finds her boyfriend still not there. She gets out to check, and man, door, hand, hook, car, door. Oh, that's got me messed up. That's got me messed up. That's got me messed up. That's nightmare fuel. I'm posting that on r/nightmare fuel because that's what that is. That was scary. That was scary. Oh my gosh, this one's gonna suck. This was by Joshua. UN. Once upon a time, there was a little Joshua who lived in California. His family was a family, and he streamed on twitch.tv/Jawsh. One day, he got into college, money waster, and oh no, Joshua made a huge mistake. He majored in history. Because of this stupid liberal arts degree, Joshua wasn't able to stream on twitch.tv/Jawsh every single day, such that dedicated fans like me can't watch twitch.tv/Jawsh every single day. One day, Joshua's dean, Dennis Prager, talked to Joshua and was like, "Hey, yo, Josh, liberals suck and you suck for taking history major because it's liberal arts and you drive a Jeep. Lamau." Joshua was like, "No, stop bullying me, PragerU. That's not wholesome. And Jeeps are cool, unlike you." Josh went back home to cry. It's October 31st. Spocky Day. Josh was carving funny twitch.tv emote onto Pumpkin live on stream. So epic. But then, thump, thump. Oh no. Who could it be? Could it be Dennis PragerU? The doors swing ajar. It is Dennis PragerU! PragerU had an axe with him and he said, "Liberal!" and tried swinging at Josh. But Josh is the best streamer on earth and he has superpowers despite owning a Jeep. So he turns invisible and steals the axe from PragerU and kills PragerU. Ha ha ha, Lamau, I can finally be liberal like God intended. Then his Jeep blows up. The end. Wow, that wasn't even a scary story. That was a triumph. That's what that was. That was my own act of heroism, dude. Someone should give me a medal, honestly. Okay, this one's from Eli, dude. I'm not reading this one. This one's bad. This one's not good. Alright. This one's by a name I can't read. It's unpronounceable. It is the middle of the night in Mexico. And then another, like, the town name I can't pronounce. In the first time in a while, heavy snow fell. You decided to stay up past your bedtime to watch Josh because he is very funny and handsome American. You hear your stomach rumble. I guess I should get a snack. You go to the kitchen to heat up some pizza. It's not a problem since your parents have terrible hearing. As the pizza is heating up, all of a sudden the power goes out for a couple seconds. Once the power comes back on, you notice something. The pizza is gone. You tremble in fear as to how this could be. You slowly walk back to your room. When you enter, there is something waiting for you. To your shock, the pizza is there. You hear heavy breathing behind you. You turn around. A large, shadowy creature drooling with saliva. Josh? Josh eats you along with the pizza. Pizza so good, said Josh. The entirety of the town heard your scream. The people gathered together to hunt Josh, but it is futile. Josh eats of those who he can. Yummy, yummy in my tummy. This is just weird. This isn't even scary. This is just weird, dude. Save it for Wattpad. Such a legend is told to those of the town. Josh, a cruel, gluttonous beast, will never be forgotten for those who survive his wrath that day, especially parents of the first victim. They have come to loathe Josh and pizza. That was awful. That was really bad. That was actually so bad. Please don't send stories ever again. I'm serious. Okay, this one's scary. This one's from BIQ, BIC, as it is pronounced, apparently. It starts, literally, first word is a spelling error. It's there, but they spelled it with a J, somehow. There once was a man named Pop Bob. He was pro Minecraft in server 2.2b Minecraft. Then suddenly, Herobrine hacked his account. Herobrine, dead brother of Notch, creator Minecraft, and made Pop Bob half on server Minecraft, and he griefed my base. That was so cool. It had diamond block for walls, lol pro. Then my mom came in to tell me, yo, get off my Kindle Fire. Screw you, mom, not pro. When she got me Cool Ranch Doritos for school tomorrow. Anyway, I go to school and play Mink, and suddenly, real Pop Bob spawns in real life in my stupid math class. They make us do long division, and he spawned creepers. Ah! And my crush was in the class, and I wanted to save her. So I made a diamond sword and killed Creeper and saved Pooh Bob from a Herobrine. Then my crush said if I want to share her PBJ with her, but I say no because I'm too cool and pro. But then Pop Bob gives me diamonds, and we became friends. Then I woke up from a coma I've been in for the past 7 years. My sister has moved on to college and my parents divorced. I am alone with nowhere to go. I am riddled in this forsaken gurney, unable to move or cry for help. All I can remember is my childhood fantasies that I can't get over. I have dehumanized, and there's nothing that anyone can do to fix it. What a story, man. Oh my gosh. Who can relate in chat? What a plot twist. What a plot twist. Alright. This one's from Cool Guy Jones. Ooh, that's a scary name. Cool Guy Jones 27 specifically. I was lying in bed trying to get some rest after an exciting day of Fortnite gaming. As I'm about to drift off, I hear a sound of water sloshing. Slosh, slosh. I was so confused I shot up my head to see what was going on. And there it was. Jerma, standing there shirtless. Oil was dripping from his body as he was flexing all his manly muscles. And then I blacked out. Last thing I saw was that hunk of a man. I woke up what felt like a long nap to see I was in a hospital bed. I had been in a coma for 5 years, apparently. I was choked while in my bed, was paralyzed from the neck down by the strength of Germa. I wonder what difference was in society since my coma. Brent Peterson won 2024 election. I wonder. What a story. What a story. Nice, dude. Oh my gosh. Where's the Pokemon coma story? That's got to be in here somewhere. Alright. This one's by Isaiah Deluxe. There was a child who grew up in a very privileged household. He understood everything and considered himself to be an intellectual. He was so good in school and decided he wanted to major in history. But something changed. Something happened. He decided to major in political science. He started a political Twitch career. His name? Nobody knows. Does anybody know who that is? Is that Hassan? That's wholesome. What a hero. That is a scare. That scared me, dude. Wouldn't want to be that guy. Uncle Big Slim. Okay, this is a long one. Twitch chat okay. Long one. Give me a minute. I gotta swallow my spit. This is a long one. Twitch chat looked at the towering blade in her hand and felt scared. She walked over to the window and reflected on her damp surroundings. She had always hated deserted Disney World with its poised, pickled park. It was a place that encouraged her tendency to feel scared. Then she saw something in the distance, or rather someone. It was the figure of Josh. Josh was a curmudgeon brute with hairy hands and slimy hands. Is this AI? Is this AI dungeon? Twitch gulped. You could have written it yourself. Twitch gulped her hands at her own reflection. She was a rude, scared blood drinker and was scared, with scared hands and giant hands. Her friends saw her as a massive, magnificent monster. Once she had rescued a warm, bloody Mario from burning building. But not even a rude person who had once rescued a warm, bloody Mario from a burning building was prepared for what Josh had in store today. The rain hammered like running crows, making Twitch angry. As Twitch stepped outside, Josh came closer. She could see the slow glint in her eye. Josh glared with all the wrath of 463 paranoid, repulsive ravens. She said in a hushed tone, "I hate you, and I want to kill him." Twitch looked back, even more angry and still fingering the tower blade. "Josh, get away from me," she replied. They looked at each other with horrified feelings. The two tied, tasty toads bleeding at a very traumatized funeral, which had death metal music playing in the background and two mean uncles screaming to the beat. Suddenly, Josh lunged forward and tried to punch Twitch in the face. Quickly, Twitch grabbed the towering blade and brought it down on Josh's skull. Josh's hairy hands trembled as her slimy hands wobbled. She looked despondent, her emotions raw like a pickled plastic pistol. Then she let out an agonizing groan and collapsed on the ground. Moments later, Josh was dead. Twitch chat went back inside and made herself a nice drink of blood. The end. How's this a scary story? Dude, tell me you're not scared right now. Literally tell me you're not scared right now. Tell me you're not scared right now. That was terrifying. That was terrifying. Oh my lord. Oh, it's Garfield, isn't it? No, it's not Garfield. Oh, this is so bad. Okay, I gotta read this one. Okay, give me a minute. I need more water. I drank that entire bottle of water. This is a really long one, and I just need water real quick. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just going to run real quick. I'm back. Told you it was going to be fast. Alright, this is a long one. It starts off really well. Okay, this is by Vicky, by the way. Of course, from Grow Up Timmy Turner. Everyone's favorite film. I hate corporate America, said Mark Fishbach as he drove to work. A new restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. As Mark pulled into his job and walked towards the front door, he mumbled about how a society would benefit from train infrastructure than our highway-based infrastructure. The sun was setting as Mark walked into the empty pizzeria. The smell of doo-doo fart and pizza flooded his nose. The 5'3" man walked into the office at the end of 2 long hallways and sat down. Large doors on both sides of him. That was at well, now there's hours, so it's like a journal entry. So 12 a.m. Mark leaned back on his creaky office chair and took out his phone, pulling up Twitter and scrolled through. His eyes widened in horror as he saw his favorite Minecraft YouTuber, Dream, be at the center of trending hashtag. Marky Moo saw red as he saw the tags he's ugly and hashtag put the mask back on. He foamed at the mouth like a rabid dog and began doxing people on Twitter at rapid speed for an hour. Next hour, let me take a swig of water. 1 a.m. As Mark continued to scroll on his phone, now on Reddit, he had become accustomed to the usual noise at night, creaking floorboards, clanging in the kitchen, and so on. But he heard something that he never heard before. A chuckle unlike any he had heard before. A giddy and high-pitched chuckle that sent shivers down his spine. Mark closed the doors, going back to Reddit to soothe his anxieties. This is getting good. This is getting good. This is getting good. 2 a.m. Mark was busy chuckling as he watched Wilbur Soot stream on his phone, and it was almost too late to notice someone singing a song. Peeking his head out, I just read the next line. Peeking his head out, a now open door, he heard a faint bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Mark closed the door once more, asking out loud, "What the freak is going on?" 3 a.m. Mark's anxiety was slowly rising as time passed. He didn't see Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, or even Freddy. Only ever a faint chuckle to a song he heard being sung quietly down the hall. Mark noticed his power was going down quickly and reluctantly opened the door to his left. So far, so good. 4 a.m. Mark felt comfortable enough and went on to Discord on his iPhone 4, frantically texting his e-kitten. Marky Pooh Bear. Kitten? Are you there? Oh, good lord. Josh Pog Ooh Woo. Marky Moo, is everything okay? Crying emoji. No, kitten. I think there's something wrong at work. Capital D colon. Oh noes! What do you mean? I keep hearing a weird chuckling and song in the hallway. It's something about a bird. Just then, Mark's phone began to vibrate. Looking down, he saw his kitten was trying to call him. Quickly, he accepted and put the phone on speaker. Hi, kitten, he said quietly, but only heard heavy breathing on the other line. 4 a.m. It's still 4 a.m. I don't know why you put 4 a.m. again. Still, only heavy breathing on the other line, but Marky Num-Nums was desperate for any company. He picked up a faint noise in the left hallway, and out of anxiety went to press the button to close the door. He was interrupted as a "Don't" was yelled from his phone. It didn't sound like his kitten, though. "Kitten, are you okay?" His kitten cleared their throat and giggled cutely. "Yes, Pookie. Oh, also, I heard a new song today. Do you want to hear it?" Mark smiled and sighed in relief. "Of course, my little Joshy Poo." And then the person on the other line began to sing. But after the first word, Mark's heart dropped. Bird, bird, bird. Bird is the word. Kitten, is that you?" Mark began to panic. He set his phone down and he could still hear the song loud and clear. Not only was it coming from his phone, but it was also to his left. "Wait," Mark stuttered, getting up from his chair and slowly backed away from the dark abyss. That was the left hallway. A brown shoe stepped into the light, then revealed green pants, a white button-down hand. No, it can't be you," Mark whispered. "You can't be alive. I killed you," Mark screamed. Bird is the word. Faintly outside the restaurant, a girlish scream could be heard, the sun rising in the background. It took a while for people to find Mark, as he didn't live with anyone. I guess you could say he wasn't a family guy. Dude, on the spooky scale, in terms of stories tonight, that might be the spookiest. That was pretty terrifying. Holy crap, dude. That was spooky. Oh, it's another one. Oh, it's another really... Oh, you wouldn't believe it. You won't believe what all the long ones are, guys. All the short ones are troll face, but check this one out. Okay, this is Colin W. "I'm hoping to become somewhat of a writer later in life, so if you have any criticism, feel free to say it. I'd love feedback." All right, you ready for this? I'm going to criticize it right off the bat, because this is going to suck farts, dude. As Peter began to wake up, there were two things he noticed: a distinct musty smell and a cold, moist air. He slowly opened his eyes. "Lois," he said. "Lois, are you there?" Peter, now fully awake, could see where he was. It was a dark room. Concrete room. Multiple chains, ropes, and hooks, blades hung from the walls and ceilings. He looked at his arm, noticing that his arms were chained to a column. He heard a creak. "Who's there? Ernie? Is that you?" "Who's Ernie? What? Oh, the chicken." "No, it's me." A short, dark silhouette came out of the shadow and into the light, revealing a chubby, pale man with short, dark hair. Holy crap! It's _Josh. "Hello, Peter. You are comfortable?" Not really." "Good." A devious smile crept up Josh's face. You really pissed me off this morning." "Us too," said Peter. You two really pissed us off." Okay. There was a strong, rancid smell. He looked up and saw a dirty mass of white fur. It was Brian. Peter gasped. "You bastard! What have you done?" Josh smiled, tightening further. "I didn't do any of this. You did, Peter." No way. You did this," Josh screamed. "You drank from Cuphead." Cuphead? What's that?" "Enough!" Josh looked furious. He reached into his jacket to reveal a long, sharp knife. "Josh, please calm down. You're being irrational. Like that time you chose to go on Splash Mountain and then complained about getting wet." I have a system for trying. I didn't want to go on Splash Mountain because I didn't want to get whatever. Josh's fury faded from the face as he regained composure. "Peter, do you know why I complain so much?" Josh said calmly. "It's because there's too many bad things in this world. Too many things to complain about." That's why I turned to you. As Jawsh was talking, Peter looked for something that could set him free. A wire, a bobby pin, something that he could pick the lock. I turned to you because you keep things positive. You and your show and its good old-fashioned values kept me in this cold, dark world. I say kept because it doesn't anymore. Not since you drank from Cuphead. Peter, not able to find anything to pick the lock, turned to face Jawsh. Look, Jawsh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You don't have to do this. I'm sure we can work out something some other way. Please let me go. I have a family. Take them instead. That's classic Peter, though. That's classic Peter Griffin. Jawsh sighed. Peter. One of these days you'll run out of Homer Simpson jokes to copy. What will you do then? I don't know. Please let me go. I'm sorry, Peter. I can't do that. Jawsh said. He slowly turned around to face Peter. This is the last time you'll screw this world over. He raised his blade above his head and lunged at Peter. Peter screamed. He screamed for the remaining second of his life. He screamed until everything went black. He screamed until he couldn't scream anymore. Jawsh stood over his former hero, who was now just a crumpled mass. Jawsh fell to his knees sobbing. His sobbing slowly turned into laughter. The white mass of fur that lay next to Peter began laughing too. Brian stood up cackling. Suddenly the door opened. 4 figures walked in. It was the remaining Griffins. They laughed maniacally. Jawsh stood up and turned to the Griffins. 1 down, 3 more to go. Peter, Joe, Quagmire, and Cleveland will never plague this world with their antics again. Come on. We have more work to do. That was a twist. That was a twist ending. Literally Modern Family. That's not how Modern Family goes. Dude, that was a twist. What the hell? That was a story. That was like an actual story. You wrote a story. That's insane. I didn't think that anybody could do that. This one's by Bulky Pigeon, by the way. That was a true story. I gotta burp really bad. Blech. It was a damp and dark Tuesday. I was walking towards a bus stop on my college campus, but something fell off. I turned around only to find that there was a man, illuminated by streetlight, standing with his face in his hands. He was wearing a red and black flannel and a graphic tee with an American flag print. He walked up to me seemingly in slow motion. He began muttering something about being home from college, but seemingly cut himself off while doing a strange, whiny voice. As he approached, I felt an overwhelming sense of dread, and my ears started ringing with his 2 clashing voices. Then, when he was only feet away from me, he took his hand off his face, putting them flat on his sides, on the side of his head, with its facial expression of unrelenting horror. This gruesome face, I recognized it. He was an upper-class history major at my school named Jawsh. Dude, I thought it was going to be Yeek. What a blue ball. That's so disappointing. Dude, if you did Yeek, I would have popped off so hard. But his face was in twisted pain, and his normally brown hair was in the process of turning blood red. Even more off-putting was the ghost of a red beard sprouting from his normally baby-like face. This sucks, dude. Worst night of my life, he complained, shaking my shoulders violently as his facial structure was molded like clay into an entirely different person. The bus was approaching, and I made a run for the stop, but the shambling remnant of what was once Jawsh was hot on my trail. I barely dodged what looked to be a flying record at my head, reaching the bus stop in time to tell the driver to get the hell out of here. Realizing its defeat, the creature fell to its knees, screaming in an ungodly voice something that sounded like, "Yeek!" As it receded into the darkness, outside of light's reach, I was safe for now. That was scary, dude. If that... Honestly, it'd be kind of awesome if I turned into Alex Sheik. Let's be real. That's kind of a win. You know that meme of like Hulk or whatever where he's like, I see this as an absolute win. That's like me. That's pretty epic. Oh my gosh, these are getting long, dude. This is by Fish Molly. The night started out like any other. I finished showering and brushed my teeth. I lay down on bed, huddled beneath the blankets. Something feels off, but I'm sure there's nothing different than any other night. I check my phone and set my alarm and look at the time. 10 o'clock. I guess it's time for bed, I say to myself. As I slowly drift to sleep, I feel my eyelids getting heavier as I think to myself, tomorrow's another day. I gotta like burp again, but it's not happening. Suddenly, I hear a loud bang. I quickly rise from the sudden noise. I look around startled, trying to see what could have caused it. I look on the ground and see my phone has fallen from my nightstand. I pick it back up and go back to sleep. Then I hear it again. A loud bang. I rise again and look down. There it is, my phone on the ground. I'm getting annoyed at this point, so I decide to put my phone inside my drawer. But before I do, I go to check the time. Huh? It's only 11 o'clock, I say to myself. As I finish speaking, I get a notification. It's from Twitch. Jawsh is live. I quickly throw my phone across the room, smashing it to bits. What the hell is he doing in my phone? I don't even have Twitch. Just then I hear a knock on my window. I start sweating and slowly look to my right. There, I see him. It's Jawsh. I scream, "What do you want from me?" Pure silence. The silence is unbroken for what feels like an eternity until he mutters, "We're gonna play a little game." What game? What are you talking about? Leave me alone, I scream in an attempt to get him to stop. We're going to be playing a little game called... What is it called? I demand. The game's called Amore. Jawsh then pulls out his knife. The blade is stained with blood and visibly rusty. I can tell this isn't the first time this isn't the first time doing what he's about to do. He breaks my window and slowly climbs through. He's seemingly unbothered by the shards of glass digging into his body. I try to get away, but trip on a pile of clothes on my bedroom floor. I fall to the ground and turn around just in time to see his legs right in front of me. He bends down, gets up to my face and raises his knife. Just then, he whispers, "This is what you get for enjoying Deltarune." He then plunges the knife into my head, killing me on the spot. The end. That's real. That's a real story too. That's the craziest thing. This one's by Kinda Cruise. Once upon a time, there was a small ramshackle hut, hidden deep in the marshes. This house was avoided by every manner of life until one day, the nearby village decided to send their best man to explore the abode. They took pitchforks, torches, and various implements and made their way to the swamp. They soon peered out to the cottage, trying to see if there was any sign of life, when suddenly they heard a noise behind them. They turned to face it, a giant, hulking creature with green, leathery skin. It opened its jaw and let loose a colossal roar, saliva flying in every direction, sending the men scattering back to the town, spreading his story. It's how Shrek opens. I can hear All-Star in my head right now. This is the part where you run away. Remember that? Yeah, that was it. That was the part where they ran away. Do the roar. This was by Biggie B. This one's by Biggie B. Hi Josh, big fan of the streams. I just want to tell you a story that happened 2 years ago. One night, I was finishing up a history paper that was due the next day, and I heard a creaking sound downstairs. Curious, I descended the stairs to investigate. After looking around for about 5 minutes, I find out there was nothing, and I started heading back upstairs. It was right about when I was about to start walking up the stairs that I saw something in the other room that sticks to me to this day. I saw an impossibly large animal that looked like its organs were bound to explode out of its stomach. It had large, jagged teeth and eyes that shined yellow in the dark, along with a lizard-like skin. It became frozen with fear. I became frozen with fear as the thing approached me. It was not until I came particularly into the light that I realized what it was. Your mom. Good one, man. That was a good one. That was a good one. You got me. You got me. That was a good one. Ha ha ha. Hee 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 hee. This was by Lewis. Hey guys, this short story was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. So before you get on into the story, I want to give a huge thanks. Raid Shadow Legends is one of the best RPG games of the year right now. And thanks to this sponsorship, they've given me a link to share with you guys down in the comments. If you guys are just starting out, the code will give you 1 bajillion gems. 50 sunflower seeds, backseat tickets to a Post Malone concert, and 1 legendary mercenary of your choice. You need to act now because the link will only work for 5 days. Thank you, Raid Shadow Legends, for sponsoring the story. Bait, okay, here's the story. I noticed my noodles tasted a bit weird, and then I looked down and saw they were worms. And that was worth the ad, man. That was worth the ad. That's scary, dude. If I was eating noodles and they were worms, that'd be scary. I gotta pee. I drink 2 bottles of water. I'll be right back. What are you scared? Stories are scary stories. Yo, I'm back. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Oh my gosh, these stories are getting so long. Oh my lord, my spit's foaming up from talking so much. How many have I done? We are on number 37. We are on number 37. This might be a 2-parter stream. I'm gonna be real. This might be. These are all just so good. These are all so good. So scary. This one's by Moyle2. Ready for this? There's a lot of emojis. Me and my friends and I decided to go to an abandoned hospital at 3 a.m. When we got there, we could already tell it was going to be spooky yet epic night. We started walking around the hospital, and it was super creepy because of the fire that destroyed most of the 2nd floor of the main wing. And all the homeless people piss we found. We decided to follow the trail of pee that led us deeper and darker parts of the hospital. Eventually, we reached a large room where the trail of piss ended to reveal a graffiti message on the wall. At this point, we were totally freaked out because on the wall, there recited a mysterious telephone number, along with a crude drawing of what looked like to be a primitive spacesuit. Because we were unfamiliar with this symbol, a debate fired up about whether to dial the number or to leave. Eventually, we concluded it was just a random phone number and there was no harm in dialing it. My friend pulled out his brand new iPhone 8 Plus XL Ultra HD Definition Legend of Zelda Special Edition model and punched in the number into the keypad. And what happened next will shock you. The phone remained idle for 2 rings, but when it picked up, we tentatively asked, "Hello? Is this Among Us? Imposter from Among Us?" The phone lay silent for a few breathless moments, none of us moving in those precious seconds. But perhaps we should have, because what happened next will shock you. The voice on the other end spoke up and uttered a single chilling word. One that will rattle my bones for as long as I have bones. Among Us. We stared silently for a moment before screaming wildly and punching each other in the face out of fear. That vital moment cost us everything. Though, that vital thing cost, that moment, speak right! That vital moment cost us everything though. Because down the hall, we heard loud footsteps beginning to draw near. And what happened next will shock you. I trampled my friend to try and escape the room, but he trampled me first shortly after trampling him. I was left to die at the mercy of the imposter, and I would not live to tell the tale. I have to reiterate that this is a true story that actually happened. My friend recalled the story to me eventually, as I went into shock and don't remember much of what happened after I was abandoned. From what I understand, I was dragged deep into the hospital morgue, where I was prepped to be eaten by this scary monster. I don't remember one thing from that harrowing experience. It was the visage of being so terrifyingly evil that it is still burned into my retinas to this very day. Every time I close my eyes, I see the very bad guy that killed me that night. Finally, I went home to my job as U.S. President in 1985. I got on my phone and the Russian premier and said a single word that would define his life forever. Mr. Gorbachev, tear down those pants. The end. Part 2 coming soon. Rate 5 stars and share. You really killed it with that final line, man. Yeah, that's good. Good one, dude. Good one. Yeah, it really took a... Was that a twist ending or what? Oh my gosh, I'm not even reading this one. It's from Doorframe, and this is you're not gonna believe what it is. So there's this guy, right? He's looking for a job in the newspaper, and he sees a security guard opening for a place called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. They're paying $1,000 a week for watching some stupid animatronics from 12 to 6 a.m. I'm not reading the rest of this. It's literally this giant block of text that I just don't want to read it. So I'm not gonna, because we're on 38 out of 601. We're going to have to do way more of these streams, by the way. This isn't just going to be a Halloween special. We're going to do a lot, where I'm going to get through all of these eventually. Part 1 of 5? I wish, dude. It's probably like part 1 of 1,000,000. Did I get another water bottle? No. Okay. This one's from MS_subbot. One time, when I was trick-or-treating with a friend, when I was young, 7 or 8, we went to this house with a scarecrow sitting in the front. We went up to the door and the scarecrow lunged out and screamed. It was a real person. And the friend and I went with almost passed out because of how scary he got. When I was just frozen in complete fight or flight decision making, the dude was sitting there as the scarecrow was super chill, though, and we got our candy and left. That sucked. Next story. This one's from Jefferson. One day, there was a spooky man who worked at a gas station. What made him so scary? He had human teeth and human eyes. His ears looked like human ears. And he was bald. Kids around town would go to his gas station and throw butter, peanuts, and oranges at his gas station. He is severely allergic to peanuts, and he doesn't like how sticky oranges are. One day, a peanut was thrown down into his mouth. He fell to the floor and yelled for help. He called 911 when an ambulance arrived. They didn't save that monster. He passed away slowly, and the people in the town lived happily without this awful threat. What did he do? He's just a guy. You killed a man. All you did was kill a guy. You killed a guy. That's all you did. What made him so scary? He had human features. That's a true story. That's a true story. This one's by Anonymous. Lols like the hacker guy XP. Okay. When I was too young to remember, I really wanted to be a cat. I would crawl with the cat we already had and would clean myself like she did too. Ew! You're weird! I would even eat cat food alongside my cat. One day my mom said she couldn't find me, and once she did, I was inside the litter box. I ate cat feces. Apparently, that's what I thought my cat was doing, and I did it too. My mom caught me in the litter box multiple times and would try her best to keep me away. I called them kitty cat crunchies. I don't eat it anymore. I was a child when this happened. Don't bully me. Listen, man, wish you put your name in chat because I 100% would bully you. I would bully you hard. I would make your life miserable because guess what? You just made mine miserable. Okay, I'm skipping this. This guy posted the same thing twice. I fell out of a 5-floor building by accident once and survived. It gave me quite the spook. Oh, yeah, man. I would have jumped a little bit if that happened to me too. I would have gone, whoa, you know. That's a scary story. This is by Bloopster12346. This is called the Roblox disc. In parentheses, scariest creepypasta. I was a huge fan of Roblox, the multiplayer sandbox game. However, I don't think I want to play anymore after the experience I had. It was a gloomy day on August 14th, and me and my family were at a local garage sale. While looking around, I found a disc with Roblox written on it in red Sharpie. I was surprised that Bolox was on disc, so I bought it. When I went home, I put my disc in my Intel, rights reserved, Core, trademark, i3 9100 CPU at 3.6 gigahertz PC and started the program. It showed the Rolex logo and a green play button. I pressed the button and suddenly Joe Bidet appeared on the screen and started singing his hit song Biden Farts. I was terrified and I vomited in my mouth with exclaiming "Ta!" and I tried to press the eject button, but it didn't work. Then Mario appeared with black eyes and said, "You will suffer for playing copyrighted games on Roblox." He emerged from the screen and attacked me. I was fighting for my life. and I eventually got the upper hand and stabbed Mario in the heart with a knife that I conveniently had on me. When I checked my PC, I noticed it was bricked. I started to cry as my parents walked in. My mother vomiting after seeing the corpse of Mario. My parents sent me to an insane asylum where I now reminisce about the horrors. The horrid things I saw on that fateful day, August 14th. Also, I ended up dying from starvation even though I'm writing this right now. If you ever see a disc with Roblox on it, don't play at the end. Whoa, that was scary. That was scary because it's like it could be real. Like it's relatable because I bought games at garage sale before and been drowned. Did you guys know that? This one's from Cowie. There was this place called Joe's Donuts, but here's the thing. It's been closed since 1944. I started to freak out because Joe has been haunting this building by making ghost donuts. Then I suddenly start running. The faster that I ran, the more I smelled donuts. I couldn't escape the ghost donuts. Then all of a sudden I remember I had something in my pocket. It was a donut. However, there was something much worse inside my pocket. Imagine there's a picture of a floating shopping list from SpongeBob. Boo. Haha, got you. Sag, my joke got ruined because Google Docs didn't work, but oh well. Okay, that sucked. That wasn't going to be good even if you could put images in this. Oh, I'm not reading all that. This is just literally math homework. This is unironically someone put their math homework. Slope intercept. G. This is question G. Find the coordinates for the relative minimum of y equals x2 minus 2x plus 3. Find the zeros of the function y equals x2 minus 3x minus 4. Man, what an awesome story. I'm not reading this one. Let's see here. I need to start moving. We're only on 50. Need something good, something really good. Among Us, Deltarune. Okay. All right, this one's from Tate Wisdom. I only heard myths, read stories, and did some light research online about the creature. I didn't believe that there could be such a powerful force in the universe, one that could seemingly alter the world it encountered. And that was 60 years ago. 2079, our universe holds a creature called the Rearranger. This creature is very well known around the globe and feared by many. Sounds stupid, right? I thought so too, until I realized that people had encountered it before. Let me explain. This thing, the monster, just put things in different order. It sounds harmless, at least until you or even everyone on the planet has actually been haunted by the thing. This is like bad. This isn't even like funny. This is a really bad sci-fi story. This is a really bad creepypasta, dude. That's some like Jeff the Killer type beat. That's some Slendy Tubbies type beat, dude. Dude, these are butthole. Okay. This is by The Sweeney. There I am, enjoying my afternoon on the beach with my hot chick baby babe, Sally Acorn. When, out of the blue, behind me, I catch the most sinister glimpse I had glimpsed in my entire glimpse of my glimpse. This is really bad. Josh Streamer. He was wearing all black and had a moody tone about him. He had to stream Minecraft for the 9,000th time so that he could afford his titular single piece of 8x8 white bread. I feel as if something is wrong with him, so I mustered up my porridge XD to go talk to him, telling my baby babe hot girl to stay on the towel. I make my way towards Joshua, slapping my thigh fat around, knocking poor Siggles out onto their bosoms. Out of breath when I catch up to him 12 seconds later, I ask him what's wrong. Heh, he snarls at me, as if you would like to know, YouTube frog. I feel my face tightening with anger. How dare he talk to me like that? After all we've been through, after Lunch Club, SMP Live, that was the last straw. Josh, I holler to force one epsilon toddler. What? I challenge you to a duel. Josh was taken aback. He didn't know I had it in me to stand up to him like this. He burrowed his big bushy unibrow, clenched his hands and said, "All right, boy, you got yourself a deal. Tomorrow after Fortnite, we a duel on the beach." I spent the next 1,600 minutes training very hard and good. So good, in fact, my biceps turned into ultra biceps. My triceps more like sexceps, because they were twice as powerful as before. After training, I kissed my big beluga boobied booty wife good night and had a restful 8 minutes sleep, knowing that tomorrow would be my Minecraft manhunt, but I'm hunting Josh. Fast forward to, this is a really long one. I don't even think we're not even halfway done. Fast forward to the fight. A circle of popular lol streamers have gathered around, caging us in like a zoo exhibit at the zoo. Josh had his hands curled and behind his back, ready to pounce like his persona. Wolfie, the hot star-sexual purple Pluto wolf. He turned to me and growled aggressively. Which very ticked me off. I was 10 feet away from him and on the edge of the circle of people. I was ready to fight, wearing my most powerful gear, my epic Super Mario Brothers Mario hat, red shirt, blue overalls, brown shoes, and black gloves. Put it on the screen? You don't want it on the screen, man. You really don't. It's just text. It's just a wall of text. Let's just say I was ready to jump in the fight. It was extreme silence. No one was talking, not even my hot girlfriend. Josh and I stared at each other, waiting for the other to strike at any moment now. The tension was so intense, it listened to Weezer. So steamy, you could cook an egg by putting it between my sweaty face and Josh. This was until Josh strikes first, throwing hit. This is supposed to be a horror story stream, right? This is supposed to be scary stories. That's what this stream is supposed to be, right? What is this? I don't even remember where I was. There's so much of this left. It's just a fight scene. It's a fight scene. And then I get called stupid. And that's literally the whole thing. Man, what a great story. Oh my gosh, I'm skipping that one. That was terrible. That was so bad. Guys, you need to learn how to make paragraphs, man. I look at this, I look at the full, just multi-page block of text, and I just don't want to read it. I really don't want to read it. These are so long! Okay. Here we go. This one's by Steve. Put the stories on the stream. Okay, I'm not doing that because I don't want to like share my browser. And I gotta pee. And that's your fault. It's all you. You did it. I'll be right back. The scariest thing about tonight is how much water I drank. You know what? This is what we're going to do. Chat, give me a number. Give me a number and I will go to that story. I will go to the story. 278. Okay, we'll go to 278. All right. 278. This one. It's by real LeBron James and it's blank. So, yeah, that's a good one. Good one. Good choice. All right, give me another number. Give me another number. 397. Okay. This is by Luza00. Once there was a small boy who loved old video games. He watched gameplay videos of games like Banjo-Kazooie or Pokemon Stadium. And this led him to want to buy his first Nintendo 64 console. He went around the house and asked his parents for the N64. The parents were surprised and asked the boy, "Why not get a new PlayStation 7 or the Nintendo smartwatch?" The boy responded, "They have no games." The boy replied, "I want Nintendo 64, he said, then proceeded to cry. Later that night, his mom looked on eBay and bought him a used console for like $40 together with a game called Super Mario 64. The next week, after getting and cleaning the feces stains off the console, she gave it to the boy, whose heart was filled with joy. He always used to watch people play the games fast and wanted to do that too. So he took the console to his room and played the game. Little did he know, the game was haunted. Or it was said cursed, but whatever. When first playing it, he went and tried to do Lack 2 skip, only to fall off the bridge. He later went to Bob on Battlefield and failed bomb clip, and instead of ground pounding the chain chomp, and I can't read, dude. It's just like it's like written weird. There's no punctuation in this thing. It's a haunted N64 country. It doesn't even do anything. It's just him failing speedrun tricks. I'm not even kidding. There's not even a scary part of this story. He literally just fails speedrun tricks the entire time. There's not even an ending. He was stuck at Womps. That's the story. Give me another one. Give me an actual story. I need a real story. We need a real story. 398. 398. Okay. This is a poem. And behold, there in the clouds I saw it. A three-headed executioner descended before me. Is this a Bible verse? Their feet were smoke. Their arms were like lightning and fire. The bill on the first head of the executioner read south. Is this Revelation? His eyes were dark, and he sang out to me in a voice shrill like the wind, the floods to eliminate those. It's literally Revelation. Okay, thank you for sending Revelation. Cool. Awesome. That was from Notorious Giggle Boner on Instagram, by the way. That was the person who said. So thank you for that awesome excerpt from Revelation. All right, let's do another one. Let's do it. Come on, there's got to be like an actual story somewhere. 583. It's from G. Narek. Josh opens his eyes to find himself in an all-white room. In the corner, he sees his awesome gaming setup. A familiar laugh rings in his ear and sees no one but Peter Griffin, but black and white. What are you doing? Josh asks. Crack. Josh is so shocked he wakes up in a cold sweat and goes to wash his face. But as soon as he looks up, he sees Peter Griffin in the mirror. That in his signature awesome pose. That is awesome. That is awesome. All right, well, let's get another one. 135. A few days ago, a friend of mine asked to meet up at the local mall. To be honest with you, I found it to be confusing. Unless you were way into the most generic clothing in the world, it was a waste of time. Yeah, I only shop at Hot Topic. You're so right. Maybe he wanted to get some food? Although the only food in the mall were these dollar store concession stand treats. I considered the idea that maybe he had plotted something. Otherwise, I'm dumbfounded. Nevertheless, I went. We were supposed to meet at the main entrance, but he was nowhere to be found. Great. I've been bailed on. That's what I thought. Until I got home. Until I got a call on my phone minutes later. Go to Hot Topic in the mall. Once you're there, follow the Rick and Morty merchandise to the back room. There, you'll find me. So I went. When I walked in though, there was just a piece of paper. It was this exact story being written. There was something curious. The first letters of lines 1, 4, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14. They told me what happened to my friend. And before I knew it, I was ejected. Okay, well, let's see here. 1 is A. 4 is it's Among Us. It's Among Us. It's Among Us. It's Among Us. That's it. That's all it was. That sucks. All right, new story. Come on. 601. Let's do the last story and the whole stupid thing. Let's do that one. Oh my lord. This is the maximum super ultimate scary story. It's so scary that all the little diaper goo goo gaga babies in chat should put their fingers in the ears, because if they don't, they will be too scared to ever tune into another awesome Josh trademark stream again. Once upon a time, on Halloween, the scariest time of the year, there was a grumpy little streamer man named Josh. Everyone called him Grumpy Little Man because he would not stop complaining about things that were actually epic. Everyone called him a grumpy little man. Oh, no, I already read that line. He was also very lazy and could not look up basic things, and instead relied on chat to feed him information like a baby bird. Anyway, Josh had a very important stream that night, and he was going to steal content from his fans by reading scary stories. But he had to make a quick stop on the way home to a gas station so he could fill up his completely respectable, well-functioning automobile that everyone loved. There, he performed his ritual of drinking 50 gallons of gasoline directly from the pump, as per usual. But this wasn't any ordinary gasoline. It was spooky, scary, evil gasoline. Josh began to feel a little woozy as he drove home. But as God's drunkest driver, he was more capable of avoiding death. He walked into his house and sat on the floor because he didn't have furniture, and he felt a scary change wash over him. The evil gasoline changed him into a spooky, evil person. He became... Gasp. Evil Josh. Scary. Ah! Evil Josh was so evil that he was the exact opposite of Josh and embodied everything that Josh viewed as evil. The first devilish thing Josh did was smile. Because the real Josh would never do that. Evil Josh struck a grin as he turned on the stream, ready to make the scariest stream ever. Hello, my wonderful viewers, he said. I know I was supposed to milk you guys for content on this spooky night, but instead I will play Mario Kart and have fun. Evil Josh cackled. Evil Josh played Mario Kart for 4 hours straight because he loved it so much. He won so many times that night, and every time he lost, he blamed himself and didn't call the game bad because Josh would always blame the game. Even scarier, he had a wonderful time with chat. He had so much fun talking to chat and laughed with the joke when they would lie to him. Josh would never. And then the stream came to an end after Evil Josh made bajillion dollars in donations. After the stream, as Evil Josh was about to do more devilish acts, he suddenly got a call from his mom. So Evil Josh picked up the phone, saved as Mommy, and answered it evilly. Shalom! Oh, dude, I don't like that, Evil Josh said. Josh's mom was worried because her son acted so differently on stream tonight. Instead of saying mean and hurtful things to his mother, as Josh usually does, Evil Josh instead told her how much he loves and appreciates her. She was very happy and hung up the phone. And it was then that the evil gasoline suddenly became not evil anymore. And Josh went back to his grumpy little self. The end. Okay. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that might have been the scariest story of the night. And with that, we're going to have to do like a part 2 or something. Because there's literally 600 of these. And so we're going to call it here. Thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys can sleep tonight. I know I'm not going to be sleeping, dude. I'm going to go and I'm going to hide under my covers and probably pee myself. I think I'm going to do that. There's going to be more of this, probably. I thought we would get through more. I'm going to be real. I thought we would get through more. But you know what? Just because you guys have been good today, I decided I might be a little bit devilish and read one more story. One more story. So give me a number. Give me the story of your choosing. 69. That is the magic number. That is the scariest number of the season. This one is from Portugal is a Useless Country. Part 1. Dream stories like in sleeping, not like the creator dream, but he will be in one of the dreams. 1. So this is their dreams. This is Portugal is a Useless Country's dreams. Number 1. Vehicular manslaughter. Long story. I was in a hacienda at night where there was a party with my dad. With my dad's side of the family. Then all of a sudden, my dad comes up and says in Spanish, but translated to English, "Your mom ran over and killed 3 people and injured 30 more in a drunk driving crash." He then left to talk to people at the party as if nothing happened. And just went to get milk, and no one looked at me straight. Dude, this is actually unreadable. This is this is not written by a human being. Okay, different one. 69 is terrible. I can't read 69. I'm illiterate. I don't want to read your stupid nightmares. Okay, one time when I was 13, me and my friend riding bikes and found a lizard. That's awesome. That's not scary. We then took it on an adventure around the neighborhood. We built it a house. Then said it's adventure time. Then me and my... Dude, please! Punctuation! Punctuation, guys. I want another one. I want one with punctuation. I can't read that. I can't read... It's literally just one run-on sentence that goes on for 3 paragraphs. I can't read it. 217. 217's gotta have it. It's lost. Oh my god. Give me another one. 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 587. Okay, this one's from Anthony. The scurrying of paws led my journey deeper into the tombs. The squeaks of sinners echoed through the cold depths. My lantern was the only light that touched those catacombs in ages. But I had my mission, to reclaim what that bastard stole. So I forged ahead, passing the pale eyes of princes and peasants alike. I trudged through rooms after room until I finally saw it. The corpse sat rigid. The corpse sat rigid. The corpse sat. The corpse sat rigid on its decrepit throne. My mother's jewel rested upon its neck. The rats had adorned its skull with a crown of debris. I reached forward, clutching the jewel, knowing my journey was nearly over. I looked up, locking eyes with the horrid figure, noticing that there was still a faint glimpse of life in its eyes. All went still. The only noise was a horrid scratching. The rats bursting forth from the chest of the demon, leaping from the pits of hell, covered in matted fur and gnawing teeth. I can't read. What is wrong? Guys, this is why I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't read stories. Dude, my brain's like shutting down. I screamed, to no avail. The pool of blood seeping from my chest provided a nice bath for the beast. I will always remember the joyous screeches that arose from the crowd. Hundreds of tiny monsters, finally nourished, finally baptized. That doesn't even make sense. That was a bad ending. We need a good one. 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 I'm putting in, we're doing 420. We gotta do the other funny number. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a good one. It was a dark and scary night on S&P Live when Annoying Orange was strolling the misty, damp streets. As he wandered through the dark labyrinth of cobbled paths, he came across a spooky mansion with the lights flickering through the window. Cue pissing pants from fear. Annoying Orange decided to walk up to the front door of the towering house, where he stretched his bony, moist arm upward to ring the doorbell. Little did he know opening the door would be Jawsh. Ermagerd! So Baba, let out the Annoying Orange in a scream. Jawsh pulled Orange into the building, slammed the door behind him. As Orange sat down on the sofa, Jawsh stood in front of him, blocking the TV, playing Ice Road Truckers. Orange was obviously annoyed at being interrupted in this viewing experience, but was happy Schlatt was there. However, Schlatt put his hand up to his face and began pulling off what looked to be his skin. However, it turned out under the mask was Trollface, screamed Orange. Cue Trollololo song, you've been trolled. Lamau racked, Trollface bellowed. Orange screamed as he was trolled to death. The end. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to rate 5 stars and favorite for more gotcha content. Wow, what a horrible thing to leave off of. That's going to be the stream, guys. Absolutely ruined it. We had an absolute banger, but you guys were like, oh my gosh, he didn't stream. He didn't even stream that long. He didn't even stream that long. And then oh, what happens when I don't end my stream? We get that. And now I'm angry. Now I'm mad. We're going to rate Joko. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. I hope that you've been thoroughly spooked. And the video version should be out in whenever Halloween. So thank you guys for coming out. Hope you all have a great rest of your night. And a very scary Godmother 2. That's a movie on Cartoon Network. If for all my scary Godmother fans, I hope that one really resonated with you guys. Oh yeah, there's a troll face in